sketching in paper by 53. Hi everybody, Steve Elliott here again in my favourite drawing app, paper by 53. I think it's obvious by now that this book is all about ink drawings, and I think I'm going to continue the theme and just draw with the ink. I have to say though, and you could probably tell with that column that I've sketched there, that the ink drawing using the ink pen on the glass of the iPad screen, the shiny glass, really is difficult to keep a steady hand, and I'm having to sort of erase lines out a lot. I've never really noticed or had a problem with the glass screen before, because my style of drawing is, quite loose, but definitely using the ink on the iPad, it's really difficult to keep that hand nice and steady. Anyway, I thought I'd just change it slightly, where before I've done drawings with ink and then I've used watercolour washes and I've used the marker pens. I thought what I would do today is do the colouring with ink. So, because I wanted really strong, bold colours in this, because the only place I'm going to put colour is in the flags, or as you saw at the intro drawing. So this place where I'm at, where I took the photo for this, is in York, and I think it's the British Rail Museum or something. I can't remember what it's called, but it's unbelievable. It's free entry for a start, so that's the first thing. They do ask for a donation, and they recommend about £5 a person or something like that. But you don't have to. It's totally voluntary, and they've got sort of buckets to chuck money in on the way in and also on the way out. So me being dead cheap, thought I'm not going to give them any money till I've seen what it's like, and it really is something really amazing. And I had a really good time there looking at all these old trains, and there was Queen Victoria's train, and the luxury that they had on their trains was incredible. Sort of all these, everything was gilded, and there was sort of silver tea services, cutlery and porcelain cups and things. It's wonder everything didn't get smashed on the train, and writing desks made of walnut, and really everything was absolutely superb. And then you'd see a train that was sort of decked out for Queen Elizabeth II in the 60s, and it looked bare compared. I mean, it was still high quality stuff, but the way fashion has changed, it was a real eye-opener. So it was a really fun day out, and I have to say, on my way out, I did chuck the £5 in. I wasn't cheap. I thought, I'm not going to be cheap, because they do have to keep the place going. And it was fun. I took loads and loads of pictures, and this was one, I guess it was an old station where they'd got all of these old trains, steam trains, that you couldn't get in them. Some of them you could sort of book on a tour, but just looking through the windows at the stuff was, really incredible. There's lots of people milling about. So in this sketch, as you can see, I'm not putting in any faces, any real detail, just sort of impressions of people. You notice when I sketch people in this way, I don't give them feet, because they kind of look like Mickey Mouse. So I tend to leave the feet off. There's a little tip for you there. But again, I'm putting in big black colours. I use the eraser to lift out one or two shapes as well, namely those horizontal lines in the roof line. And then once I've got sort of the main drawing down, I start to hatch and get all the shading in that I wanted. I'm not going to do that with colour. This is going to be pretty much a finished drawing, just in the ink, and then I'm just going to add colour to those flags because I really want to make them pop. So at the minute I'm hatching, and you notice the hatch lines follow the contours of the shapes that I'm hatching to give you an impression of a solid shape rather than just a flat drawing. So that is quite important, I suppose. And you see I've got a little bit of a curve thing going off there. Here we go. Now, so I'm only using blue and red on this really, and I go in and do all the blue first, and I missed a bit of drawing there, so I thought, okay, I'll just go in with the blue. And then I decided that I wasn't going to worry too much about drawing around the black lines. I thought I would put the blue in and then go in back over it with the black ink and sharpen it all up again. So that's what I did. So this is obviously the Union Jack that's hanging from the rafters of this station. It did look very impressive actually, and it was calling out to be painted. It reminded me of Monet's painting, where I don't know, I googled Monet Vive la France to see the painting because I thought I would have a look at that, and I'm definitely going to do a full-on painting with these flags. I might do it in portrait rather than landscape though. So check that out, the Monet Vive la France painting. I don't think it's called Vive la France, but it's sort of it's a town, city scene with lots of flags being waved and thrown out the windows, all of the French flag. And this scene reminded me of that painting, why I wanted to do it. So anyway, that is it. That is my little sketch in paper by 53. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a thumbs up is much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I have lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.